On Crunchyroll, anytime I see a red 1 on that notification tab, all it ever brings me is dismay, because every time it's them advertising their awful mobile games. Honestly, the mobile games might be good. They might be the best games I've ever heard of, but I don't care. Because 1, you can't mute this. Actually, hold on. Can you mute this? Oh, look, you can change the email notifications. Thank God. But no, I cannot turn the game ads off. And I pay for premium. Also, some of you guys are doubters, I'm sure. And you're like, there's no way, right? Like, the notifications definitely work for at least the replies and the likes of your comments, right? So here's me, this is me, your host, Kev. If you ever see me commenting, that's me, on Strawberry Panic. This comment's got a few likes, and even someone replying to it, though, as you can see in my notification tab, there is nothing. No proof that my comment was ever interacted with. What's the point of replying to someone if that person can't even see it? Honestly, it's like when the postman knocks on your door, but doesn't get a reply, so he leaves. Well, you know what they have to do in that situation? Leave a little strip telling you that it's at the post office and you can pick it up now. But if they forget, then you'll never know it's there. So you're screwed. Okay, this hardly relates. This just happened to me and I'm very sad. Anyway, what was I saying again? Ah, yes. One of my all-time favorite series, the Monogatari series, is something I need to discuss. Let me tell you guys something. After switching to a different way to watch this show, I had no idea I was missing out on so much. And there's a few reasons for that. Number 1, for whatever reason, Crunchyroll has this terrible blur effect on all of bakc, and it's stuck in 480p. Ugh. Also, what is that in the corner? What the hell is that? Number 2, the season isn't even complete. There are 3 episodes missing. Were you watching the Tsubasa Cat arc? Yeah? Well, fuck you. The sudden realization that this arc was incomplete while watching hit me like 1,000 flashbangs all at once. So I ended up contacting support. I'm just looking at the date right now, and I was doing this on Christmas Day. Christmas night. After that, I got a obvious bot response trying to troubleshoot it, and then they gave me another damn bot response. They could have just put this all in one big bot response, but no. You can see me beginning to get fed up as well. I said there's no error code or message, obviously. It's not crashing at all. Just the issues I previously described. So I'm like, hi, I did every stipulation, it's the exact same, because I guess they can't grasp that it's their issue yet. And it says, thank you for reaching out to us. Looks like I need to escalate this to a Crunchyroll technical specialist who will help you with iOS-related issues. It's not an iOS-related issue! Oh my god! Who do you think is the Crunchyroll technical specialist? Ryuko pretty much just described to me that this was how Aniplex sent it to us, so they can't really do anything. And in a dissatisfied conclusion, nothing was done. Not that I was expecting them to do anything. It's honestly probably Aniplex's fault anyway, but even if it was Aniplex's fault, why would they send it to them like this? I can at least understand the unfinished product because the later episodes were actually OVAs and weren't included in the TV version. So like, I understand that at least, but why was it 480p with this ugly as sin blur effect? How'd that happen? Oh yeah, there was another point I desired to make about Monogatari, the real straw that broke the camel's back. Number 3, terribly literal subtitles. Before that though, of course, first off, here's some fan subs.
トラウマ的な意味合いも合わせて言えば。トラウマ？あらやだ、そっちもそっちでダジャレっぽくなっちゃったかしら。ありがちよね。過去と過去か。
Conveyed the scene wonderfully. The puns flowed super well and were genuinely clever, making the localization experience perfect for English speakers. On the other hand, here's the Crunchyroll version.
ええ、火の虎と書いて過去とするよりはそれっぽいでしょ。トラウマ的な意味合いも合わせて言えば。トラウマ？あらやだ、そっちもそっちでダジャレっぽくなっちゃったかしら。ありがちよね。過去と過去か。
Oh yeah, watching these back-to-back makes me realize that the typesetting almost never gets updated on Crunchyroll as well. So there's something else to complain about. Speaking of subtitles, Crunchyroll announced earlier this year they were adding AI translated subtitles, saying it's for anti-piracy, so they can get it out faster in every country. Bro, if these are the faster translators, then we don't want them. Because look at this garbage. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Translation and localization are an art. You can't just throw it into Google Translate and be done with it, because this is what you get. They're already underpaying and overworking their subbers enough. Now they're just deleting them from the damn payroll. Hey Sony, how about you pay real people to translate with that monopoly money you have? Speaking of that, that's something else, by the way. Sony now owns Crunchyroll, who recently acquired Funimation. Yes, that Funimation.
Have you got a stick up your ass? Or are you one of those dumbass Gamergate creep shows?
And God forbid that Funimation.
What are you wearing that for?
Oh, those pesky patriarchal societal demands were getting on my nerves. So I changed clothes.
Give it a week, they'll be begging you to change back.
Importantly, Funimation was the platform's only real anime-exclusive competition besides High Dive. And you know what? High Dive isn't perfect, but at least they update their episodes to be the goddamn Blu-ray releases when they're out. Yeah, that's right. I didn't mention that yet. Crunchyroll doesn't do that. They leave the official, sometimes unfinished product, because of terrible anime production schedules, on their website and leave them unreplaced. Remember that Jujutsu Kaisen episode, I think it was like 17 or something, where everyone was ranting and raving, considering it to be one of the greatest animated anime episodes of all time. It was revealed that at the time of release, that episode was only 30% complete. Currently, the Blu-ray version is out and fully accessible, and let me tell ya, that finished product is mind-boggling. They even have a ton of added scenes. You wanna take a guess, let's just say a random shot in the dark, what version's on there now? Well, let me just tell ya, it's not the Blu-ray! Do you ever go back to rewatch a certain scene for any reason at all? Well, have fun getting jump scared by that moment when you end up watching that show again. That's right! Even if you autoplay from the previous episode, it will jump right back to that scene, forcing you to manually scroll the playhead to the very beginning. Every time. This is a huge issue for people on Xbox or PS5 as well, because they have to manually scroll the playhead with their left trigger, which inevitably shows you the preview of what's going to happen throughout the whole episode as you're trying to get back to the beginning. By the way, this even happens if you stopped watching at that point years ago. Crunchyroll remembers. Crunchyroll always remembers. Hey, you see that row of stars? What do you think that could be? Ooh, it's a rating system. Now that's cool. I wonder what the top-rated anime on Crunchyroll looks like. What's that list look like? Wait, that's weird. Popularity, newest, alphabetical. Popularity, newest, alphabetical. Popularity, newest, alphabetical. Popularity, newest, alphabetical. Wait, you can't sort by top-rated? What? That is the most standard of standards for media sorting. Oh, what do you mean? While we're here, why can't you reverse these filters to be descending order? Show me the oldest anime you have. Show me the least popular. Let me see the garbage, Crunchyroll. Let me see the garbage, Rahul. Not to mention, there's some really good live action shows on here, but you can't filter for them either. By the way, this is probably my one and only chance I'll ever get to plug the Prison School live action show. Watch the Prison School live action show. It is the most funny shit you've ever seen. 10 times better, 100 times better than the anime. I thought I was done with this basic ass no bitches filter when I just remembered all the other ways you could filter stuff. Imagine if you could filter by studio name, by director, by animator, by voice actor, etc., and more etceteras from there. There are so many ideas the Crunchyroll team has that are really great, but they're executed absolutely horribly. And I have no idea if they're ever going to be fixed because Sony is probably complacent with their anime giant. They don't need to change, so why would they? By the way, after this, I'll be switching to another short. If you wonder why I keep doing that, it's because I continuously am reminded of how bad this service is, so I keep having to re-record stuff to include it in the video. One little thing else that annoyed me was them disabling my ability to, 1, screen record, and 2, screen capture. Of course, I know it's just to protect their rights, their copyrighted intellectual property, but it still makes me feel sad because anytime I want to share a funny reaction image from the show, I'm going to have to getting it either taking a picture of my phone or a picture of what I'm doing, or just look up a scene on YouTube and get it from their random clips channel that they have. Now, does that sound like a society you want to live in? I don't think so. I was gonna be done there, but while editing this video, I thought of a few more things that really piss me off. There's no described audio, and no STH subtitles. There's probably a lot of accessibility features that they don't have, now that I'm thinking about it. And they don't even allow you to use the English subtitles on different languages. I always wanted to do that. I always thought it was really fun to hear like what the Russian dub sounds like, but actually still understand it. Can't do that either. Oh yeah, and as a final fuck you, they just upped the prices on premium. Now I know, I sound like a real negative Nancy right now. So, to make up for it, here's a small list of everything I do like that Crunchyroll has added in the past few years. Anyway, everyone, like this video if you liked it. Dislike it if you disliked it. Comment any thoughts you may have on Crunchyroll and its current state. And don't forget to stay trash. Have a good day, everybody.